Okay, so periodic classification of elements. So I'll give you a general introduction. So in periodic classification of elements, we will be learning about the elements. That is, it comes under inorganic part of the chemistry. Chemistry is divided into organic, inorganic, physical. Organic means life, they say. So chemistry where we study with respect to living things is called as organic. Chemistry where we study with respect to inorganic, அதாவது non-living things அப்படின்னா it is inorganic. Physical chemistry we will learn all the theories. Okay, the experiments alone is not enough for science. Theory is also important, and every theory aspect of fact should be supplemented or supported with practicals. Okay, so here in periodic classification of elements, we will be studying about elements. How many elements are so far discovered? 180 elements, out of which 92 are natural and 26 are man-made. Okay, so for example, if you take, I want to select for singing competition. If I want to select for singing competition, then what I will do? I will call each one of them and I'll ask you to sing. Some of you can sing well, some of you don't have the tune at all. அப்போ டியூன் இல்லாதவங்களை என்ன பண்ணிடுவேன்? I will just reject. I will say decently, I will say not selected. Okay? The ones who are selected, even in them how I will select, there are some of you can reach the higher note, can sing comfortably in the lower note. For different pitches are there. So singing now we will separate who can sing high note, low note, medium pitch, everything. அதே மாதிரி தான் learning about all these 118 elements is not going to be an easy task, right? So there are elements where they have similar properties. We can't say same properties, right? Shakina may have a similar character as that of Shai-Suti. Can't be same. Each one of us are unique. Similarly, elements can't be same. Okay? But no, similar is different from same. More or less. Okay? Kuda koraya, they say no. More or less, that's it. Okay? Right, now. So the first page, if you see, modern periodic law. Mendeleev's periodic table had some discrepancies which were difficult to overcome. For example, the atomic mass of argon 39.95 AMU is greater than that of potassium 39.10 AMU. But argon comes before potassium in the periodic table. All these concepts you learnt in your 9th standard. So the follow-up of 9th standard is your 10th. And in higher secondary, follow-up of your 10th only will be your 11th science group. Okay, so if elements were arranged solely according to increasing atomic mass, argon would appear in the position occupied by potassium in our modern periodic table. No chemist would place argon, a gas with no tendency to react, in the same group as lithium and sodium, which are two highly reactive metals. So what they say? Argon non-reactive. Argon is non-reactive, whereas lithium and sodium are highly reactive. Nobody will place them like that. Okay, so this kind of discrepancy suggested that some fundamental property other than atomic mass must be the basis of periodicity. The fundamental property turned out to be the number of protons in an atom's nucleus, something that could not have been known by Mendeleev and his contemporaries. Henry Moseley, a British scientist in 1912, discovered a new property of element called atomic number. What is that? Atomic number. What did it provide? It provided a better basis for the periodic arrangement of elements. It is a well-known fact that atomic number of an element is equal to the number of protons or number of electrons. So atomic number tells us the number of protons or number of electrons of an element. The periodic law was therefore modified to frame a modern periodic law. So what is the modern periodic law? The physical and chemical properties of an element are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. This is an important 2-mark question. Am I making it clear?
Yes.
Right, the introduction part, I think I left it. So the basis for this classification is why is the periodic classification required? Because to study all of them, and studying about each one of them is very difficult. If you are going to a fruit shop, one side full it will be mangoes, another side it will be full of apples, another side full of grapes, banana li etana different kinds of banana. We have chevvalai, we have malavalai, we have pachavalai, we have manjavalai, poompalu. Enama? Karpuravalai. Enama?
Which is asking is who is there?
Yes. Yes. Mango you have Malgova, Romani, Alfonsa. So many varieties. Similarly, these elements with similar properties are grouped under periods and group. Periods are horizontal rows and columns are called groups. Periods and groups. So all these elements will be arranged in periods and group. So it will be easy for us to classify and study about them. Okay.